All right, everybody. Apologize for the little delay, but we're good. Me and the man, the hour is up here. Hope everybody is watching from the sky. We're getting this shit started right now. Me and Platt already exchanged pleasantries. Hey, let me ask you this. When I'm looking now at college football, um, things have changed a lot. It's changing by the day. I mean, now I'll give you a perfect example of what I mean. Here's the new Heisman's odds. Just came out today. And by the way, a lot of people think Penn State's going to win Saturday.
Okay, that's
All right,
fine.
here you go. This is the latest Heisman. Michael Penix is unanimous favorite at minus 150.
Okay,
Then you got J.J. McCarthy, quarterback of Michigan.
okay,
Then this kid, Dylan Gabriel. I don't know who that is. Then Jordan Travis. That's the quarterback of Florida State.
okay,
Then it's Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams is 2,500 to win the Heisman.
okay.
And then some kid named Brock Bowers. What do you think about this?
Nah, Mace, I don't put a lot of value on that.
Okay.
It's just a Heisman. I mean, and it's really after the season's almost over. So I don't. I mean, like it's good for you to get drafted and all of that, but I don't really. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
No problem. Just
Yeah.
asking.
Let's
Someone gave me James Madison earlier this morning
go
for
on to.
tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna take it, but they gave me James Madison at 3.5
Okay. Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah. I take him. I'm taking Marshall.
Okay.
Taking Marshall win the game. Look. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Mace. Let's go with we got our top 25, right? We got Georgia, number one, Michigan, number two, Ohio, number three, Florida State, number four, Washington, number five, Oklahoma, number six, Penn State, number seven. Penn State behind Oklahoma, Washington, Florida State. And you're saying everybody's saying Penn State's gonna be number three, beat number three, Oklahoma. Then you got your Longhorns, you got your Ducks, you got your Alabama, Ole Miss, Utah, Notre Dame, Duke, Tennessee. Yeah, we'll stop right there. Well, I'm done. Tennessee Vols should not be, top 25. They're not the Tennessee Vols going to get destroyed by Alabama. This
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 week, yeah.
yeah,
The game is in Tuscaloosa. Yeah, I can see that.
okay. Um yeah, so top 25 pretty much didn't change. Um that's the big game. Penn State.
I'll be sitting up on my couch Saturday morning watching it.
Yeah, we got the Tar Heels. They're undefeated. They beat Miami. So we'll see, man. That's all I can say is we'll see. They got Notre Dame 15, 6-2, and they got Louisville 21, 6-1. And Louisville beat Notre Dame.
I don't think people put credence in Louisville's schedule.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
I think it is.
Okay. Louisville beat Notre Dame. Okay, says the whole schedule. All right.
What's Pitt's record?
Pitt's like 1-5.
That's why Louisville dropped so low because Pitt destroyed them. It wasn't like Pitt won by a field goal. Pitt beat their ass. I tell you that was a backyard brawl, but you alerted me about Pitt in that game, so that was a
Well,
good thing by you.
yeah, it was a game that they had you were expecting a down. You expect them to play. They had won a big game, so they wouldn't be playing as well as you would be expecting. So I'm taking a look, and you brought up the game, James Madison, right?
Yeah,
Undefeated, 6-0.
got offensive juggernaut too.
All right. Well, hey, I wouldn't sleep on them. It's a game. I mean, it's a good game going off tonight, and undefeated. Let's see. Says Madison has the best run defense in America. Marshall has a massive problem stopping the run. Let's see. Yeah, but that being said, Marshall with the win. Isn't it crazy?
Zach Marshall, you taking that as one of your picks?
I could. I take it as an opinion. I mean,
I
I
like the way you do that. I like the way you do that. We're a Dolphin is taking James Madison over Marshall and Penn State over Ohio State. Now hold up. All the last 2 weeks when me and Flat been up here, you've been telling us we're a Dolphin fan is Canes. You've been telling us that Penn State until they beat Ohio State and Michigan, you can't take them seriously. Now you taking Penn State to win this game?
what I would do, man, is make sure you take the points. Don't take them to win, though. Okay, just go ahead and take them 4 points and hope they win. But don't take them. Don't take that money line. Don't take the money line. The average, I think that he's only beat Ohio State once, and the average win has been 11 points. So be careful. He said James Madison 6-0, but that would go back to who they played, man. That would go back to who they played. Then you got the Saints. Saints are playing the Jags. A lot of people say take the Saints. And you got another college football game out there. So, and last night we had two. We had Sam Houston State. They lost. And you had New Mexico State, and they won. So be careful. But hold up, let's get down to it. We went over the top 25. Let's go. Let's get into this. Okay. Let me get Penn State in the points. We're gonna put that out as a 1-star. Okay, Mace?
Okay.
Give me Penn State in the points over Ohio State. That's a 1. Give me USC over Utah. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 1, right?
Yeah.
Let me get Alabama over Tennessee. That'll be my 2-star. That's my 2-star.
Okay.
And let me get Clemson over Miami. That's my opinion.
What's the number on Miami and Clemson?
What did you say?
What's the number on Clemson favorite in Miami this week? Is it 3.5, 7.5?
Let me go see. Hold on.
That game is on the ACC network Saturday night. since they took the Seminoles and Duke.
They got the Peacock. They had Ohio State on the Peacock network. I got FUBU, and I got ESPN Game Day for my DirecTV. I got FUBU for my computer. I got ESPN Plus, and now they want me to join Peacock. Fuck that. I'm not. That's ridiculous, man. All these streaming services. FUBU gives you the Pac-12 too. So this is ridiculous.
All right, Clemson's a 3-point favorite.
Clemson favorite over Miami, yeah. Utah +7 over USC at USC.
Okay, I got you now.
And they're saying, I'm looking down right now, ASU, they're saying it's 28. It came out 28 and a half. It's dropped. They're saying that ASU, no way they're going to give up a 28-point win over Washington. I personally don't think they're going to do it either, because this is classic, like Notre Dame, big win, and that they're celebrating now. And we saw Penix; he was in tears. The whole team, they're celebrating now. Now they got to play another game, and will they be ready? So I wouldn't take ASU. I don't trust ASU. I do want Washington to do it. I don't know, man. We'll see. It's a late game. We'll see. We got to wait and see.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to predict it this early. And Stanford is 17-point dogs at USC.
Oh, got Stanford's at USC this week?
USC's at Stanford, but they're 17-point underdogs.
Now, who's playing Utah this week?
Okay, USC.
Oh, so UCLA is at Stanford. Okay.
Yeah, UCLA. My fault. UCLA. Okay.
Right. But I got it anyway. I got you Penn State +4.5, Utah +7, Clemson -3, Bama -8.5.
Okay. You got the Tennessee on there at Alabama?
Yeah, I got that 8.5 Bama.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
What's up, Flip Side? Good to see you.
You ready to do pros?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to do anything you want.
Okay, we can get this out of here.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna go with we got our 2-star, our 1-star, and our opinion, right?
Yeah.
Give me Green Bay over Denver 2-star. All right.
Okay, they're minus, I believe, 1 back.
Okay, give me Green Bay over Denver.
I got you.
Give me Philly over Miami 2-star.
All right, got you. Philly. I think Philly's minus 1.5.
Yeah, I don't have it called up. You want me to call it up?
No, I'll get it for you right now. It's
All
not
right.
a problem with me. I got it. Boy, it pays to have these books, bro. I'll tell you.
All right.
All right, Green Bay is, I know they were favorite, 1.5 favorite, so I'll give you the 1.5. And now the Eagles has gone up. Now the Eagles are 2.5 favorite
Okay.
on the Dolphins.
Those are 2 stars.
All right.
Give me a 1-star, right?
Yeah.
Frisco over Minnesota.
That's 7.5.
Yeah, give me a 1-star. Let me know when you finish.
Yeah, I got you.
Let me get Rams over Pittsburgh. That's a 1-star.
Yeah, that's one of my games too.
Okay.
Got you.
And let me get an opinion. I'm taking Chargers over Kansas City. That's an opinion.
5.5. Okay.
Okay, that's an opinion. So we getting you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pros. Even though we said we're gonna slow it down, we're gonna try to give you 3. We're giving you 5 picks. So Chargers over Kansas City, that's an opinion. When you say, what do you mean, Platt? That's an opinion. Chargers over Kansas City, that's an opinion. That's a $10. That's a $10 bet. That's a game you look at if you want to play, if you're off and you want to play, or you just want to hear what I think. That's an opinion. You could say I'm taking the Chargers. Fuck Platt. Rams over Pittsburgh, 1-star. Um, that's maybe a $40 bet. San Francisco minus the
Seven and a half.
no, hold on. My fault. Hold on. I messed that one up. Hold up. We taking Minnesota in that game. My fault.
Okay.
Minnesota and the points. Yeah, we taking Minnesota.
Okay.
You said 7.5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we take it's at Minnesota, right?
Yep. Monday Night Football.
Yeah, we're taking Minnesota.
There we go.
So we're taking Minnesota and the points. So we're taking Chargers over Kansas City. That's an opinion. And Chargers are underdogs, so that means obviously you're taking the points, right?
Yep.
Rams over Pittsburgh. Rams are favorite, I think.
Yep, by 3 points.
Yeah, Rams should beat Pittsburgh. Minnesota probably will lose, but they'll stay within the number. With an 8.5, 9.5. Probably by the time it kicks off, that's going to be up. There's probably be 9.5 or 10. They'll stay within the number. Green Bay over Denver. What's the number on there? It says 1.5. We're taking. Yeah, we're taking Green Bay. We're taking Green Bay. Green Bay minus. They'll cover. And Philly. What's the line?
It went up to 2.5 Philly.
Yeah, we're taking Philly to cover Miami.
I'm gonna go with me in the pros. College, I got Oregon minus 20, and I have Texas San Antonio minus 3.5. In the pros, I'm gonna go with the Lions plus 3 at Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump over that. I'm gonna take the Dolphins plus 2.5. And I'm going to take the Rams minus 3. So I'm taking 2 dogs and a favorite this week. Ironically, the favorite is the Rams.
Gotcha. Do you have anybody who wants a game taken apart? They got a pick and they want to hear something or what?
Let me check. I doubt it. Manzano's here. Why are you guys choosing Minnesota and the Chargers to beat San Francisco and Kansas City?
We didn't say they would beat them. We said they stay within the number.
Points. Make the game closer than what it is.
They stay within the number. If the number's 8, it'll be a 3-point game. Why? He said why? Because we think that 49ers have been exposed. We don't think that they're going to come out and dominate Minnesota. You still got Cousins. Cousins, Cousins is a better quarterback than that guy in Cleveland. All you gotta do is keep the game, move the chains, stay within the touchdown.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to jump on the Lions this week over Lamar Jackson.
I got you, man, and we got to wait and see. We got to wait till Sunday, and then we'll know.
Yeah, by the time that Dolphin game is over, we'll know a lot. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I'm on the other side with you. I'm gonna rock with the Ravens, and once again, that's an opinion.
Oh, I'll put that down as an opinion.
Well, you can. It's just an opinion, but what I'm saying, I'm really not playing that game. I gave you my picks, but
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let the audience see them. Always scroll. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honestly, Platt, I'm not gonna bet against Clemson. I'm a Miami fan. I want them to win, but I think Clemson beats Miami. I understand they're down, but to be honest, Miami had the last two games they lost to teams they were supposed to beat and stuff like that. So because of the last two games, I have Clemson beating us, but it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, you know what? I think that Cristobal, I think what happened when he lost to Georgia Tech, he lost the team. Well, I don't think the team, but the momentum, like what they were winning, and it was so devastating. It's going to send them into a spiral because I watched the North Carolina, and I don't care. North Carolina's not that good, but some kind of way, man, I don't know what. Miami couldn't stop them.
They got a top 2 quarterback in the draft. That's why.
Oh, well, okay, because Mace, I don't keep up, so I don't know who that guy is. That's the guy you're saying Heisman dude.
No, he's not Heisman, but
Drake May is projected
top 2 NFL draft next year.
Okay, but I'm telling you, well, Mace,
yeah,
that's not the way Miami's been playing this whole year. And they act like they couldn't stop this guy.
It's been their history the last 1 year.
That's not the way they've been playing. They've been defending their opponents ever since this Georgia fucking Tech bullshit.
Still can't believe that shit, bro.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, and Clemson, you know, that's Clemson. So
yeah, and Platt, for the North, I'm gonna go back to what you said with North Carolina. I don't know what it is. We can't beat Mac Brown we can't beat Mac. I don't know what it. Have you noticed that, Mace?
Mac Brown's a fat piece of shit, bro. No, I'm serious. Like, you guys can't beat Mac. Mac Brown got ran out of Texas.
I don't know what it is. We can't beat. Miami can't beat Mac Brown for some reason. He tends to outcoach our coaches for some reason.
Oh, that's terrible.
And Mac is an okay coach, but I don't know what it is. He schemes better for us than other teams. Have you noticed that, Uncle, with Mac Brown?
Yeah.
Or is it just our team is not as good as people make them out to be?
I think Miami's pretty good, but I think Platt hit it on point. If they lose to Clemson, they're on a downward spiral. That's been their history since they got robbed against Ohio State 22 years ago.
Well, and he should have took the knee. Look, and I know hindsight is 20/20, but he should have took the knee because what happens is they lost. The local media's in their ass. They come in, they play North Carolina, they lose, and they still got that fucking Florida State thing hanging in the window. They got Clemson.
November 11th.
They still got Florida State. Yeah, so.
And for Florida, I don't know what it is with Florida State. Besides last year, the games have always been close and stuff with Florida State. So we've never been blown out by Florida. Like every once in a while, like every 2 or 3 games with Florida State, we've been blown out, but it's always been a 3 or 4 point game.
Okay, but you guys got 2 losses, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you play in Clemson, you lose, that's 3. Then you play Florida State, that's 4. So you're totally out, no playoffs. Then you're talking bowl. So you guys started out hot, and you beat some good teams, and you're fucking playing in a bullshit, just an average. You're playing like UTSA, or you're playing
Colorado.
Yeah, you're playing Dion in a bowl game. You know what I'm saying? Not what you wanted to do.
Yeah, no, and our fan base was too hyped up this season. We're not ready for a playoff game, to be honest. Not even a New Year's Six. Like, let's be realistic. We're not. You agree with me, Uncle? We're not ready yet for a New Year's Six bowl or a playoff game just yet.
I think they could have made a New Year's Day bowl, but now that's out the window. I'd like to hear Kane's opinion about this.
Is Michigan playing this week, Uncle?
At Michigan State, favored by 24.5.
And the word is they won't cover.
Okay.
The word is Michigan won't cover?
No, they're not going to beat them by that much. No, they're saying they'll win the game. But and it's also their rivalry and the history of the organization. They're saying they're not going to beat them by that much.
I'm laughing because it looks more and more like Urban's going to take that job.
Michael Irvin?
Urban Meyer.
He can take
Urban. I thought you said Irvin.
He can take it. I mean, if he wants to work again, he can go take Michigan State. But Michigan State struggled with Rutgers, and they covered. Now Michigan.
Darkness, the link is in the chat right here. Yeah, keep talking, Fly.
Now Michigan, but see, this is the thing. Michigan. Okay, now look, do what you want to do. I wouldn't play. See, I'm gonna tell you something. One particular team I really don't fuck with is Michigan State. And I'm saying I'll sit there and I know I'll play Ohio State. Look, this particular year for me, I haven't really been playing them. I did play them last week and they covered. Right? It was luck, but they covered. But Michigan State, I do not fuck with them when they play Michigan State because Michigan State will beat them. And that was the D dude. What's the name? D'Angelo or whatever.
Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, fucking Mike D'Antoni. He could beat him. He could beat Ohio State.
Yeah,
he could be because it's like or Michigan, like they'll be fucking just running through teams, and you go fucking Michigan State. Michigan State can beat them. He'll hold that game. That game will be 17-17, and he'll roll right and throw left, and that goddamn wide receiver, you'd be like, don't y'all see the guy? He's wide fucking open. Next thing you know, he's sliding into the end zone.
Kirk Cousins.
Do you guys think, even though they won against Colorado, do you guys think like a lot of people are saying USC got exposed a little bit against Colorado, even though they beat them?
Well,
do you guys agree with that, or do you think it's more their defense got exposed?
Well, first of all, the truth is Pac-12's weak conference, all of them. And USC, they're going to beat Utah. They're going to beat Utah. When they come back to the conference, they're the dominant team in the conference. But going out there playing Notre Dame and stuff out of conference, they show you they're really not a good team. Then they're not. And then you got Lincoln Riley. He ain't a good coach. So they lost to Notre Dame.
People don't like Lincoln a lot.
Well, he's not. See, that's one thing I will say. People don't listen. I say, okay, the Deion, it ain't Deion hate. Okay, Deion's not a good coach. I say, yeah, but there's a bunch of bad coaches in college football. Deion Sanders just a recruiter. Now, let's take that to college basketball. That's college basketball. You got guys who are just good recruiters, but shitty coaches. Somebody said that about the guy with Georgetown, the black dude, the brother. Yeah, he said all he was a good recruiter.
John Thompson wasn't a good coach?
Well, that's what people say. Now, I'm not saying that, but I mean, I'm not trying to slander the man, but there are plenty of coaches that will go out and recruit good talent, and the talent is it speaks for himself. They're not good coaches. Okay, Phil Jackson. People say Phil Jackson with NBA. Phil Jackson used to be sitting on the bench, fucking meditating. That's not coaching. Jordan and all them guys. Yeah, Jordan and all them guys running ball, running a triangle. Phil's just sitting up there fucking meditating.
And people say he's a better coach than Pat Riley for some reason.
I'm saying he's got his eyes closed. He's got his legs crossed, eyes closed. That's not coaching.
Yeah, and for me, I don't think Calipari is as good as a coach as people make him out to be and stuff. Him and I understand they're Hall of Famers and stuff like that, Uncle, but to me, Krzyzewski and him are not as good coaches as they make them out to be because the talent they recruited and stuff like that.
I think Krzyzewski can coach.
Coach can, as much as I can't stand his ass, Coach K is an excellent coach.
How about
he's an excellent coach? Yeah.
Calipari is known as a recruiter, not a coach.
There's a difference.
Calipari gets you NBA players. That's why he's still at Kentucky.
Right.
And the same thing with Bill Self.
I think Bill Self can coach because he won with bums 2 years ago.
I think the best coaching, I can't believe I'm saying that, after he can't get over the hump, but because of he can get good talent. I think Mark Few is a great coach because of the fact he has to.
Gonzaga's coach he's talking about.
Gonzaga, yeah. I think what it is that, like, if you go 30, 40 years ago, there used to be great coaches. To me, there's much more. Most coaches, they call themselves coaches or recruits than coaches now.
But you can entertain your booster.
Entertain, right? And so you don't see the X and O's. You're damn they you. And also, so social media had a lot to do with it too. And so, you don't find, you find like if you get like a top 50 or top 50, they go, I'm going to that school because it's popular. Or I can go to the NBA or I can go to a top conference in football because they want that's where they want to go.
Yeah, they want to get ready for they most of these athletes. I think Uncle said it in a previous stream that most of these. Oh no, iTest said it in a previous stream. Most of these athletes are not going there for an education. They're just getting ready for the NFL or the next level and stuff like that.
That's all.
Which is a sad thing. The point of college is to get an education and stuff like that. Like,
a lot of these guys don't care.
Well, they're gonna need the education, but a good Let's talk coach, right? We got a game tonight. We got James Madison undefeated, right? We got Marshall. Marshall's, I think, 2-3, right? A good coach, right, is like, okay, this team's, like they said, it's a running team. A good coach is like, okay, I got to change my defense because they like to run. So he's bringing guys who normally don't play certain positions well. What the hell? Yeah, so he can stop the run. See, a good coach will go in and he'll take what he has, and he'll get a defense to stop what you do best. It's not about recruiting; it's about coaching the players you have now. You'll take a guy, and when you talk basketball, say you'll have a guy who's an excellent shooter. All of a sudden, you're passing him the ball saying, take the shot. People don't know who it is. He's making baskets against a good team. When you say John Calipari John Calipari, he just puts talent out there, stands on the sideline. That's why people say he's not a good coach, because he can't win. Because eventually coaches realize this guy can't coach. So what we're going to do, we see what he's doing. Okay, let's change our team. And you obviously got to do the basics, but because he can't coach, even though he has great talent, you can beat him.
I have a good coach that's a coach that's a perfect example of great coaching with limited amount of talent, because we're not a traditional basketball. Coach Larinaga is a good coach. He did at George Washington. Was it George Washington, Mace, that he coached at before he went to Miami?
Yeah, no, George Mace.
George Mason. Larinaga is a perfect. Few and Larinaga are the perfect coaches that are great coaches with the limited amount of talent, because they can't bring elite, like 5-star or 4-star guys to those schools, because they're not traditional. They're not really. Miami they're not a traditional powerhouse in basketball, and no one wants to go play out in Gonzaga in the middle of nowhere in Washington. Am I correct? That's out in the middle of nowhere, correct, Uncle? Gonzaga?
Gonzaga type talent, man.
Yeah, I don't know where Gonzaga is, but
it's in what damn?
It's outside of Seattle, I think.
No, they're on the other side. Oh, goddamn.
Well, no, you guys just, and you keep saying it, Mace, the crystal ball dude, right?
Yeah.
Horrible coach, great recruiter, right?
Yes.
Okay, look what he fucked up with the Georgia Tech game, right?
There you go.
Right? Great talent. Instead of taking a knee, guy fumbles, right? And he gives up a touchdown. North Carolina State, he's standing there on the sideline with his fucking pants down, and they can't stop Mac fucking Brown. Mac Brown's not no great fucking coach.
They're gonna they can't.
Now he's got to play. Now he's got to play Dabo, right?
Yep.
And then people are saying, okay, Dabo's going to unravel this guy, because he's just. If all you're going to do is set talent out, coaches are going to find weaknesses, and then you don't make halftime adjustments. Man, you can't win. So he started out with a strong team, and people have figured him out. And that's the same thing with Deion. Beat TCU, and ever since, beat Nebraska. Slowly, people are saying, okay, this dude doesn't make adjustment, that he's got Travis Hunter out there too long. He's not really getting on his son. His son's a risk take. ASU. That's what ASU should have won. It's fucking Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford beat them, right?
Yeah, Stanford. Let me tell you something. You want to see an old-fashioned ass whooping? Watch UCLA play Stanford Saturday night.
Yep.
They're going to take Stanford behind the woodshed.
I have a question for both of you guys. Since you saw him in his prime, all three, the older guys, since you guys saw a guy like Bobby Knight in his prime, do you think with social media he would have been a coach as long as he was, or no? He would have been like, social media would have actually kicked him out. Well,
Bobby Knight was assaulting play. He wouldn't have been around. Look, you can love his fire and his desire, but you can't smack players on the bench, brother.
Throwing chairs.
Well, the chair is fine. He wanted the attention, but you can't assault players on the bench. You can't be a coach and you're assaulting college players. Yeah, I'm saying punching them, and you can't do that, man.
That's true though. But I say it is that in this social media, he will not last. I agree with y'all on that. But I think that we got some suckers in social media. They would say at least he won 3 championships. At least he won a gold in the 76 Olympics. He took an unknown team, but I would say this, that when you saw players on prime time, when you kicking them, punch them in the face, get it in their face. You know what I mean? Come on, these days right now they coming out there, and then Mace laughing because you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about in the early days. I'm talking about with no social media. He was doing that on TV, y'all. Choking. I'm choking it. I remember
Who did he choke? Who did he choke?
I mean, I remember one time that the player got a play wrong, defensive play wrong. He kicked him out the game. He went and kick him in his butt.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember
that. I think that's why Coach Mace says that a guy like Bobby Knight wouldn't have lasted. No NBA player would have dealt with that. He would have gotten his ass kicked in the NBA for doing that.
Well,
right?
But there's a lot of that. Bobby Knight, all of that was going on. All these schools. Things were happening under, all that. It was going on everywhere.
Yeah,
but
Lou Alcindor said, John Wooden would get physical with the players in practice and stuff like that if they weren't following the play.
I don't know about that. Wooden was.
I don't know about that. But
do you think Cinder was just exaggerating?
You talking about Jabbar? You said Lou Alcindor.
I think Jabbar was just fooling around. He doesn't.
Lou Alcindor.
He doesn't exaggerate.
Yeah, who's Lou Alcindor, bro?
Who is Lou Alcindor? That's Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, why is he calling him Lou Alcindor?
Because he's showing the man respect.
It's his original name.
I always call him Lou Alcindor.
It's his real.
I call him both because he's my favorite player of all time.
Yeah,
I'll call him both.
Who's going to punch Jabbar? What is Jabbar, 7'3"?
7'3".
Right.
You better have some reach, bro. You better have some reach. You square up with Jabbar. He's 7. He's going to be able to hit you and stay. He can miss your punches while he's popping you.
And remember, before he died, he was training with Bruce Lee.
Right.
Oh, yeah. He did movies with Bruce, right?
Yes, he did. One. Then Bruce was murdered. Yes.
Okay, hold up. Kareem's dead?
No, Bruce Lee.
Oh.
Bruce Lee dead, yeah.
Okay.
Because he was doing Game of Death.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one where he kicks him. It's a footprint on his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one. Yeah.
Yeah. And to be, me and Uncle talk about this, Platinum, and there are certain coaches in college that wouldn't last in the NBA because of their attitude, like their type of like, what that type of dictator attitude. He said, Mace said that a guy like Coach K wouldn't have been able to do great in the NBA.
Hell no.
Half the NBA players that went to the Olympics hated him, right?
Yep, especially LeBron at the time.
Didn't they hate what's his face? The guy you hate so much, Vinny? Is it Vinny Del Negro or the guy who kicked out one of your favorite players from the Olympics, Miss? Was it Del Negro?
Bobby Knight did that. He cut Barkley, Stockton, and Karl Malone for Jeff Turner. That's right. That bum Jeff Turner.
Jeff Turner. No, there's a guy who's the head of the Olympic basketball committee for that you hate.
Colangelo did that to Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard said, F him. He told Coach K, F you, I'll never play for you.
Yeah, Colangelo, and also
that was Lillard.
Yeah, and also let's not forget on the 84 Olympic team, Bobby Knight did not like Patrick Ewing.
Nope.
He couldn't stand him.
Was that the year that didn't he bring him past his prime?
Man, I think Patrick Ewing's overrated. He didn't win anything. He was ugly. No. Hold up, he was uglier than a motherfucker, and everybody wants to feel sorry for the guy. Then he got
Down
kicked
low.
out of. Hold up, and he got the Georgia Tech job, and he fucked that up, and they fired his ass. Why? What's the big thing about Patrick Ewing? And why do one thing I noticed, especially brothers, you guys really get tight when niggas talk about Patrick. Patrick Ewing is an ugly nigga, man. Niggas get tight when you say stuff like that.
I'm gonna say, let me say this for me from New York, and I'm talking as a
no, he had some sweat glands. If I was a coach, I'd have sent him to the hospital, man. You need some pills. That was a sweaty motherfucker too. He would be wet from his back to his drawers.
Oh Jesus!
Let me say this though. Okay,
I'm gonna leave this alone. So
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. I respect Patrick Ewing because, with one thing, he went to Georgetown with the late great John Thompson. Patrick Ewing was a project player. John Thompson turned him as a good player, and and you see the teams at Georgetown back in the 80s, whatever. But I would say this, that Patrick Ewing, he had a pretty good career in the NBA. There's people that he couldn't shoot a jump shot. That's what he did, and he played his heart out. And I think that when you see other centers, they had great supporting cast. Patrick Ewing never really had a great supporting cast, so he had to do back at everything. Now, when people say, "Oh, he's a all-time great," now I goes, "Oh yeah, he this and that," but I feel that I give him respect. He's a warrior, and so when you say he's overrated and stuff, we could say.
Okay, wait a minute. Do you disagree that him and Larry Bird were arguably the most ugliest motherfuckers?
I'm not even looking
without a doubt.
Ugliest?
Him and Bird. Bird and them some ugly motherfuckers, man.
Now, if you talk about Bird, it would be worse. Don't you talk about Larry Bird? French lick? Is you stupid?
You never said he could. Hold up, where did you say he couldn't play?
I'm just saying.
Bird and Ewing was some ugly motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, look.
There's a guy who's ugly,
but not no Larry Bird.
You know what y'all talking? Hold up, y'all talk about social media. Bird and Ewing couldn't make it in social media. Fuck no way.
There's an ugly guy in the NBA now. I forgot. LeBron's an ugly motherfucker. To be honest, LeBron is not.
Well, LeBron's wife saves him. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'm just saying, if you talk about social media, a Bird and Ewing couldn't have survived social media. No.
Yeah, because fans would have attacked their looks.
Yeah, of course. And then they're not winning. And Ewing, did he have a sweat problem, a gland problem?
Yes, he did.
Oh, he did?
I agree with that, yes.
That's why he was wearing the T-shirt at Georgetown. NBA couldn't wear a T-shirt. Right. Chris Mullin, same thing.
No, they used to have the air on, and I was like, why is that dude sweating? He was sweating profusely. Yeah, he had some type of problem, man, gland problem. Because his sweat used to be in his drawers. I was like, what? Why is that dude so sweaty? Niggas don't want to lay up against him, and you got to drive the ball. That nigga all wet and shit.
That is true.
You got to go towel off.
That is true.
Besides, and honestly, I think the reason for my young generation of Knicks fans, the reason why they know about Patrick Ewing is because he was in that the Looney Tunes movie. What is it called? Space Jam with Michael Jordan. That's why my generation of Knicks fans know about Patrick Ewing, because he was in that movie, Uncle.
Well, Jordan clowned them. One thing about the Bulls, they never feared the Knicks. Now, they feared Detroit. They feared LeBeer, but Lambeer, my fault. They feared Lambeer and Rodman, but they never feared Ewing. They clowned
Oakley.
Not Oakland. They used to dunk all the time over them. I don't even remember when Oakley got there.
What year did underrated? What year did Oakley get to the Knicks?
Huh?
Was Oakley always a Knick, or did he come from another team?
He came from Chicago. He stayed with the Knicks for 10 years.
Oh, he was. So he played with Jordan before he was.
No, he did play with Jordan. He did play with Jordan, yes.
Yeah.
Like in the late 80s, yes.
They're best friends.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And this is honestly, I can understand why he did it, but that's still disrespectful to two legends that you kicked them out of this, treated them like shit, though. Like, Mr. What's his face? The owner of the Knicks?
Jim Dolan.
Yeah. Guys who took you, I understand they didn't win you anything, but
that's the reason why he did it.
Yeah, no,
right.
but still,
yes, your own question.
no, but I'm saying that's kind of disrespectful how you like that you treat how he should have done it politely at least instead of
he shouldn't do it, period.
But he did it. Because you gotta understand something. Hey, Miami Dolphin fans are the same way. Okay.
They're already forgetting they're already doing it to Dan Marino, Uncle.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand your generation doing that to, like, your generation of Dolphins fans doing that to Dan Marino. They're already forgetting about Dan Marino if this kid takes him to the Super Bowl, which is idiotic.
Sadly, if you're a Dolphin fan between the ages of 65 and 42, Marino's gonna be forgotten.
Which is sad to me. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. Taking Brady's Super Bowls away.
I hate to tell you this, he's off the top 10 now.
Oh yes, he's off.
And number 15, Kansas City, now is in the top 10.
No,
yes.
No, taking away his Super Bowl, taking away the Super Bowls, Brady, he's nowhere near Dan Marino's talent.
Reminds me a lot of Marino. Reminds me a lot of Aaron Rodgers. 15 is just the man right now. Tony is what it is.
No, I'm not talking about Mahomes. I'm talking about Tom Brady. Taking away a Super.
He may not have his talent, and those are facts. But Tommy B got it done 7 times.
Right, and championship does count.
In football, I keep saying it. Football and basketball, rings matter. That's it.
I think me and you talk about this. Baseball and hockey do it better, way better. They don't care about they don't care about the Stanley Cup or the World Series championships. It's one of the criteria, but the main criteria they look at is stats and if you were dominant in your era.
See,
stuff like.
See, Brother Mace will understand what I'm saying. If you have a conversation like, in sports, talent does count in championships. Okay, but times change. Rings counts. Championships counts. You got all the talent in the world. If you don't have no championship, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about no talent.
Nobody cares, man. Your family can keep up with you, but look, man, we're up here. We can take a game apart. You guys got a game, pro or college?
College pick what you want.
No, the guys on the panel. If you guys got a game, we'll take it apart for you.
Yeah,
the Philly versus Miami game.
Go ahead, Palazzo, yours. Clemson, Miami.
Philly, Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Hold on one second.
2.5
Philly, Miami. I know you're a Miami fan, brother. I know you really don't want to hear. You probably don't want to hear what I got to say, but we're gonna tell you the truth here, though. Okay.
They don't show up for the big games. If that's what you're gonna say? They beat the bad teams, but when they get to teams like Kansas City and Philly, Kansas City, and and Dallas, I think they don't show up for some reason. I don't know what it is. They don't show up for the big games, Mace. Why is that?
That's a fact.
Why they don't show up for the big games? Because the other teams are taking them seriously. And more importantly, I think with Buffalo, they know the Dolphins. We're going to find out against Philly. For all you Dolphin guys in the chat, I'm taking Miami Sunday night. And also, let me add this. Flip side fishing going in. Tua is nowhere near Marino status. I know Moss said the same thing, as the Marino fans are coming out in full force.
Yeah, no. There's even hardcore Marino fans that on their own channels have said if Tua wins, they're gonna forget about Marino.
Well, they've already forgotten about Marino. Tua, he's gonna do more now, and like Marino didn't win, man. He went to one Super Bowl and he didn't win. He also has a bad attitude, you know. And a lot of people don't like that, you know. But
Yeah,
he's a bit of an asshole. But
that's underrated. That's an understatement. A bit of an asshole. A bit of an asshole.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. When you're not good to the media, one way or the other, you know, Mace, what I'm talking about. They're gonna find a way to get you.
I'm gonna say this. Tua has something, and I've been saying it in here, and a lot of these losing Dolphin fans at the picnic room over there, they don't want to hear it, but now it's happening. Right now, Tua got an unstoppable running game. You fucking lose 48-20 to the Bills, and your running back very quietly gets 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. You can't make that up, bro. Fucking AJ still ran for the 100 and got 2 DDs.
But you know, I remember Mace sometime not this time. I'm talking about last year. Mace did say, because I was on the panel, if Miami get a running game, watch out.
There you go.
No, and for me, man,
it's gonna be hard.
And I've said this multiple times. And Marino, out of his own mouth, said if he was in this era where the quarterback protection rules are now, he would have been dominating the league because he was getting murdered when he was in his prime by defense players. He was getting whacked and stuff.
Yeah, because the Miami did not have a running game. They did not, you know, Marino could talk. I'm saying, Mace, you can correct me if I'm right or wrong, but Marino, they were just throwing it. They ain't really want a running game.
That's true, but Platt, I got something for you. Imagine Warren Moon in this NFL today, bro.
Well, Warren Moon did good when he played, period. I mean, if you add up his CFL and his NFL, he was the most dominant quarterback. They're not going to do that. I think didn't he win 5 Grey Cups?
Yes, in a row.
And then he came to Houston. He set all types of records. They're not going to, you know, he's a black man. They're not going to give him credit.
I agree.
Even back then, you know, with the rules the way they were, he was, you know, he never gets the credit he deserves. But on this Philly Miami thing,
yeah, go ahead.
Miami fell down 14-0 against Carolina.
Yeah, they were sleepwalking.
They were sleepwalking.
Yeah, if you guys do that against Philly, man, the game's over. Philly's lost. Remember, they're still, you know, 5-1. They're going to take you guys serious. They got a defense, and you still got to deal with Hurts. And when Hurts, you know, when he starts, and I don't even, you know, that's that him and that coach. When they start doing that run thing, I don't know what it is, but they'll just run. He's not even trying to pass. He'll just get up, go back like he's about to. He'll just like that quarterback scramble, and basically he's like a de facto running back. I don't see how Miami's going to stop that. So,
we don't have anybody to spy him.
Yeah, and then the Bills are proven to be a joke, and Bills beat you guys. So, I don't see it. I don't see you guys beating Philly.
Well, I know my team got a bye week, so after that, we playing talking about the Jets.
You
We
should be
playing
very
the
proud of
Giants.
your
You
team.
talking about the Texans?
No, he's a Jet fan. He should be proud of his team, bro.
Oh, and by the way, did you see that they're predicting that Aaron might come back at the end of the season?
I'm not even falling to that. No,
Well-
You don't believe it?
I'm not falling to that.
He's smart. I think the Eagles going to run us, and we need to get up on them quickly. I do agree.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now, Moon was one of the very few that were close to Marino's talent he displayed for the Oilers. I totally agree. Yeah. Flip side's right about that in the chat.
Were the Oilers a very inconsistent franchise back then?
Yes. Very
Yeah.
dysfunctional.
They were shitty.
Well, of that game, Philadelphia against Miami, there's one thing about the NFL, especially to upper tier teams, when they lose, they want revenge.
Yeah.
And Miami better be ready because Philly gonna be pissed.
Well, they're getting ripped down there right now. How the F can you lose to New York?
I
They
know.
don't like when they
Yeah,
lose to New York down there. They don't like it. New York or Boston down there.
right.
Mhm.
No. Hey, you know what game I want to go back to, Platt? Oh no, go ahead, guys. Any guys in the chat? Is there an NFL game that interests you besides the Dolphins Sunday?
The NFL, college, what you got?
What you got, college or NFL? Platt will break it down. Just put one in the chat. I mean, everything's not.
And hold it to me. We are going to do a bet where you got to prove that you put money up. But I'm going to tell you who's going to win. And if that team loses, I'll refund your money. But you got to prove that you put money up.
Yep, you got to show the ticket.
Is Bama facing Auburn this week?
No, Bama's playing Tennessee this week.
Now, I'm not going to do that, but that's the type. I would do that. I would say, hey, take Bama to cover the spread. And if you put up 500, just show me that you put up 5. If it doesn't cover, I'll send it to your Cash App. Just prove that you put it up. What I'm saying is I want you to I'm trying to show you will win. If you take these picks, you're going to make money. And I'll tell you that right now. If you want to make money, take fucking Alabama. They're going to fucking destroy Tennessee. Tennessee is trash.
They're not as good as people make him out to be. Heupel's not a good coach.
Not only that quarterback, he throws behind his receivers a lot. What I'm saying is those guys can be wide open, and he's throwing like they're running wide open right. He'll throw straight left, and you'll see those guys fall over themselves because they can't get to the ball. And you'll look at it and say, man, that guy was wide open. Why did he throw the ball? That quarterback's weird. Just bad.
Southside Rico in the chat said roll tide.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. I'm just saying we will eventually because that's how confident I am. We might do that during bowl game. We might put out a bowl game.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. I guarantee you that it will win.
Yep. And you win a lot of money in bowl games. Tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You can get 4 bowl games, and you could, man, you get hot with bowls, man. You can make a lot of money on bowl games.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, going up to that window. If you guys go to the casino, going up to that window and watching them count them bands out, and then you take them bands and put them back in for the next bowl game, and then you go back, and that person behind, they're still working, that's their shift, and they didn't count it out 3 bands, and you say, okay, give me 3 on Iowa, and they put it, and they give you the ticket, and you come back, now it's 6, and you say, okay, give me 5 on Michigan State, and they're still on that shift, and then you come back, and they're like, damn, Here's 10. There you go. They're like, and if it's a woman, they want to fuck you. They're like, what room you in? I'm on 1407. I'll be off in 15 minutes, you know. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
I would play Lawrence. I would play Ridley tonight. And as a flex, I would go with for a flex flip side, I will go with Christian Watson. Think you can get a different Green Bay team on Sunday. How you doing, Toya? Love you, baby. Manzano drops off as always. Welcome, Rico, to the platform. Roll Tide. People in the clouds, salute to you. Always good to have you. Hit that like button, share button. You're getting some great betting information in here.
I think Kansas City, I know they lost to Detroit. I think the Chargers going to get them.
Yeah, you like that 5.5 as an opinion.
Yeah, I think the Chargers going to get them. I think Andy Reid's a fat ass. And I think that they're right. They're right. I think Chargers going to get them.
Wow.
So let me ask you a question. So you think the Chiefs, are you trying to say the Chief defense is inconsistent?
Well, they aren't. No, it's really their offense. The offense just haven't been doing anything. All that bullshit where they tried to do they rushed up to the line and hiked the ball to some, Wildcat, that shit got stopped on 4th and 1. They just been, they was like, instead of kicking a field goal, they kept letting Pat, and once again, Bieniemy's gone, right? They kept letting Pat try to score, and they can't score. Yeah, now their offense has been shitty. They've been fucking up. They're ripe for a loss. It's time for a loss.
Flip side, look on the screen, family. There you go. There you go, wow. Flip side.
Okay.
So he's gambling on that game. Plus, you got fantasy players on that game. Jacksonville and New Orleans. Yeah. That spread moved up now. Now it's 2.5 Saints. So
is Trevor playing? Somebody said he was hurt.
He's hurt, but I just showed the screen. They said he was going to play.
Yeah, but he's playing hurt, right?
Yeah, he's playing hurt. Yeah.
So you're not going to get 100% out of him.
Yeah, and that Saint defense is tough.
Yeah, so that means he might not be able to run. Or if he starts to run, he gets knocked out, then the backup's got to come in.
All right. Moss saying his boy Nathan Rourke can play tonight. Hit them thumbs. Thank you. Thank you, family. Yeah, man. I'm leaving that game alone. I was gonna come up and do it, but now the more I think about it, I'm taking tonight off, man. Just watch some baseball. You're welcome, Flip. You know how we do things in here. I look out for you in here, bro.
Trevor Lawrence is a major part of Jacksonville too. If he doesn't play, it's like night and day.
That is very true.
Yeah, he does a lot of shit with his feet. He gets a lot of first downs. It's just you put the backup in, it's just another backup quarterback.
You ain't lying. You're right.
What you got, man? We'll take your picks, man. You got something?
Yeah. Pull up. We'll take your picks.
And we put our picks out. What was the picks, Mace?
For you, sir, you had Penn State plus 4.5 against Ohio State. Utah plus a touchdown at USC. Clemson -3 at Miami. And Bama 8.5 against Tennessee. You had Green Bay 1.5 at Denver. You have Philly 2.5 at against Miami. You have the Vikings plus 7.5 against San Francisco as an opinion. You also had the Rams -3 as an opinion. Chargers plus 5.5. There you go. Those were your picks.
You said USC. I got USC right.
No, you said you took Utah plus 7.
Okay, hold on. Let me verify that. What's the line in that game? You got the line?
Yeah, 7.
No, give me USC.
Okay. You got it. I'll be right back. I got you, USC.
Okay.
No problem. I'll be back in a quick second. Yeah, you got a good audience today, so you guys can talk along.
Yeah, Purdy's been exposed, man. Kirk Cousins, 2-3, 2-4 Monday night. Everybody's like grandma's gonna be on San Francisco. Line should go up to 8, 9.5. I'm hopping on Minnesota, man. I think Minnesota, they'll lose. They'll probably lose by 3 points. What's up with you across the pond? Said the Saints. Yeah, I take the Saints tonight across the pond. Don't go heavy. I don't know what your plays are. Light plays. I don't trust Jacksonville. He said tough calls this weekend. I wouldn't sleep on it though. I mean, like,
Yes.
you could take the Saints.
What about the Falcons and the Buccaneers?
You know, the Bucks, that's a team I hadn't seen the whole year. I really have. Now, one thing I know is Baker Mayfield, right?
Mhm.
Now, the thing about Baker is it's like all or nothing with the guy, right? So when he's hot, he's Baker Mayfield, right? But when he's, not, he's fucking up. So when he's hot, man, he's gonna throw accurate passes and they're gonna win. And that's been his whole thing. But let me take a look.
Be consistent. Yeah.
When Baker wins, he's good. When he plays the big teams, Philly and Detroit, the guy's ass kicked.
Yeah, bad.
And Aiden Hutchinson was all in his ass last week. I think Tampa Bay's winless at home.
What's the line, Mace?
Let me check. Tampa Bay, who they're playing? Because they had their bye week already. They are favored 2.5 against the Falcons.
Well, what I would say is don't play that game.
Exactly.
It's right where it should be. But if you're bold enough is that Tampa?
Yeah.
Like you said, man, you know what? It's called I don't know if you guys know about halftime bets. I would watch the first 2 quarters and then come in at the half. If the game's not out of reach, if it's 25 and nothing or something like that, then you can, but that's not a good play. But I wouldn't call this game because Tampa at home, and Tampa's got a decent defense. At home, they probably could stay with the Falcons. Yeah, I'd have to do a halftime, and then based on whatever the score is, pick one of them. But basically, I'd say that's a no play. I don't like the matchup. I don't trust Atlanta, and I don't trust Tampa. So for me, that's a no play.
Watson practicing today. He's going to come back against the Colts this week. Cleveland, -3 at Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson out for the year.
He out for the year?
Yeah.
What happened?
His shoulder got blasted.
So Garner Minshew's the quarterback?
Yep, for the rest of the year.
And you got the running back, though, right?
Yep, he's back. And as funny as it may sound, the Colts are playing better with Garner Minshew.
Well, they also playing better with that running back, bro. That running back's a motherfucker.
And the one thing about Minshew, which blows you away about him, he don't make mistakes.
Mace, I'm more concerned with Jonathan Taylor.
Well, he's back now.
I could give a motherfuck about Gardner Minshew.
Okay.
I'm serious. That's not what I'm concerned. I'm concerned with Jonathan Taylor. Man, that guy is hard to stop.
Moss is taking Cleveland to win in Indianapolis. I may change my Dolphins.
I think Cleveland gonna beat him. He said Cleveland.
It's at Indianapolis. That's even better for Cleveland because they're in Dallas.
Yeah, I think they'll beat them. Yeah, they got a nice run defense, and they'll beat them.
Moss, I'll be up here Sunday to do that game at 1:00. Since I got the Sunday ticket, I'll be doing Baltimore and Detroit.
I can't wait till Sunday, man. I gotta wait till Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Mace is just Detroit. We're gonna call you Detroit Mace.
No. And see, what it is with Detroit is I look at a team, right? And I look at their schedule. I look ahead, always forecast ahead. And I looked at their schedule. I'm like, who the hell's going to beat this team the way they're built? It's like I said, they are a young 49ers. They built their team like the 49ers. The only difference is they don't have a Christian McCaffrey and they don't have a Deebo Samuel. But they got everything else. And now Itis is intrigued with Hudson. Hudson is a baby Bosa, man. And the kid, the linebacker they took from Iowa.
Okay.
Reminds me a lot of when this guy played football. Clay Matthews, the father, not the son. Raven calls you prime time hater. That's what he calls you.
Huh?
He calls you, Raven Knight calls you a Dion hater, prime time hater.
Raven Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not no hater, Dion. As far as Detroit,
Packer Mace, I thought.
well, look, man, I'm gonna go by what my instincts. This is, I think Lamar's gonna show his ass. I think he's gonna have, this is gonna be his best game of the year.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be close, but Detroit's the underdog.
I think the Ravens are going to stretch their legs. I think they're going to sit back and they're going to go ahead and put points on the board. They're going to stretch their legs against Detroit. This is a game where it's over at the half. And that fucking head coach, that fucking whatever he is, He'll be wolfing and spitting in their face at the halftime, but it won't matter because they're gonna lose.
Okay. I don't know. Raven said, Ninja, I know you. You know me. Going to be another close one. I agree. I think the game will be close. I think Detroit has the better defense. Detroit has the better quarterback. And Detroit's already 3-0 on the road.
Is Beckham? Is
He's
he
out.
okay? He's out. Okay.
Yeah, he's been out for a while.
Why is he? Why do guys like that come back?
Money. Gotta keep up the lifestyle. That motherfucker's in Paris one day, Toronto the next, Rio de Janeiro the next, South Beach the next, the lifestyle. Beverly Hills the next.
He'll give you give him a $15 million deal, and he gives you 3 games, and then he's out in Paris.
Mm-hmm. That's the way he is, bro. That's the way that man rolls. Here's your question, Platt. Break down Cleveland and Indianapolis.
Oh, with the rookie quarterback out and Garner Minshew, I don't have a problem with Garner, but Jonathan Taylor. But see, the problem is this: I am 100% behind the Colts with Jonathan Taylor, but not against Cleveland. Cleveland's a shitty team, but one thing they do have is a defense. He's not going to be able to run on them. He'll do this and that, but he's not going to be able to run on them. As far as Garner Minshew, you're going to find out why he's a backup. He's going to turn it over. And then you bring back Deshaun. Deshaun know that they won with the backup against 49ers. He's going to get out and have a good game against the Colts defense. So they'll win the game. I think Jonathan Taylor's a hard guy. This particular team, no. If they were playing like Pittsburgh, yes. But the Browns, no.
Yeah, I agree.
Is Hunt still with the Browns?
Yes.
Yeah, and then they got a good running back. So
yeah. Yeah. I was sleeping on that game, but I saw Watson this morning. He's ready to go, so I'm gonna go Cleveland. Plus, that defense and that team is sky high if they beat down the Niners like they did.
Mm-hmm.
So I took Miami out of my picks this week and put in the Browns -3. So I got Detroit +3, the Rams -3, and Cleveland -3 this week in my picks.
You got the Rams. That's a dog, right?
No, the Rams are favorite.
What's the next one?
I got the Rams, I got the Lions, and I got the Browns.
Lions are underdogs?
Yeah, +3.
Okay.
At Lamar. Yeah. So all my picks are field goal games. Yeah. So I'm going to take the Rams at home. I'm going to take the Browns and the Lions on the road.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Yes, sir. That's what's up. I mean, anything else?
I think that's it, Mace.
I always appreciate you coming by.
Okay.
And let's just get this going, bro.
And hold up, just for you guys to know, we're taking across the pond. Do this for me across the pond. Take a knot of money, a couple of bands, put it on Marshall. You can thank me later, okay?
Plus 4.5.
No, put it on the money line to win the game. Listen, take a band, take a rack, put it on Marshall, and you can thank me later.
There you go, Moss. Platt gave you advice. Put a band, put it on Marshall. I can give it to you right now. Marshall, I believe they're 4.5 underdog at home.
Tonight, take Marshall to win the game outright. You can thank me later.
3.5, take it. He said put 1,000 on Marshall on the money line. Let me get you the money line for this game. Money line is money line is 115. So go ahead, do that. Bet the money line in that game. Put 1,000 on it. Most people take James Madison. Platt says take the over. Raven says all for the Dolphins. 150 the money line. Marshall, take it. He said put 1,000 on it. You'll love him later. You want a parlay? Yeah, man. The herd. Yep, the thundering herd, everybody. Let me see something. Well, I just want to thank all you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to take me a night off. The baseball's been draining. So tomorrow night. Yeah, he loves it. See? Moss loves it. Tomorrow night, we'll talk about this. Tomorrow night. Where are they? Let me get it for you guys. Shout out to 305. We will talk about this in depth tomorrow night. There you go. Bang. We'll talk about this matchup tomorrow night when I come back. There it is, Sunday Night Football. There you go, everybody. With Tyreek's greatness, Tua has looked phenomenal, but can Jalen and the Eagles' defense neutralize Miami's deadly offense? And that's going to be the question this weekend. So we'll talk about that tomorrow night, NFL Friday, and we'll talk about that. And that will be our game Sunday night right there. So you guys were awesome. People in the clouds, hit that like button on your way out. Good game right there is right. I'll be up here to do that game on Sunday night. I'll be on there at 7:35 pregame show, and we'll get that started down in, for me, it's down in Philly. I know a lot of Dolphin fans are going to be in the building. So another test for Miami against a damn good football team. First time they flopped. This time I think they're going to get it done. Moss thinks D-backs get a win, but not sure about the Astros and Rangers. I think the next Ranger win, preferably tonight, they're going to pull it out. If it's 2-2, then I don't know. Sunday night with Mace, you damn right. Dolphins, Eagles. Now that I took it off my board, but I'll stick with my boys. I'm going to ride the Dolphins 2.5 on Sunday night to win outright in Philadelphia. I want to thank all you guys. I want to thank Moss, Star P, Manzano, Canes, Raven popped in on his lunch hour. Who else popped in? You guys were awesome today. Flipside Fishing, the beautiful Toya was here. Southside, Rico Jones, Hood Blogger was here. I appreciate you coming by, family. Welcome to the family. Darkness was here. Big Red was here. I mean, I appreciate all you guys, the people in the clouds. Thanks for making this happen. Akuma was in the building. Oh, man. Great to see all of you in here this afternoon. Tackman, too. I will see you tomorrow night, everybody. People in the clouds, thank you. Hit that like button on the way out. See you tomorrow night. NFL Friday night up here. Good day from the Oasis. And one more. How can I forget our special guest? The phenomenal Platinum Elite, everybody. The pics are right there. They'll be right there tomorrow night when I come in. And you guys enjoy the baseball. Tonight's a big hockey night. Me and Moss are playing our fantasy hockey tonight. So you know that. NHL tonight. Vancouver's at Tampa, Calgary's at Buffalo, Toronto's at Florida. That rematch. Nashville's at the Rangers. The Oilers are in Philly. Arizona's at St. Louis. Vegas off to a 4-0 start. They're at Winnipeg. The Kings at Minnesota. Their home opener for the Wild. Carolina is at coming back down to earth, the Seattle Kraken. Dallas is at Anaheim. The Blackhawks, who are off to a good start, 2-2. And the Blackhawks haven't been home yet. Okay, they'll be home Saturday night in the big house on Madison in Chicago. They're in undefeated Colorado. Avalanche off to a good start. And the Bruins making their West Coast road trip. I know Moss will be watching that at 8 o'clock his time as his Bruins go to San Jose. Appreciate you guys being here. Love you guys so much. Flip side, appreciate you too, family. Moss, I love you guys, man. And Star P, if you're listening, I'll give you some picks tomorrow night, all right? I'll give you some college and pro. You can parlay it. And for anybody who's interested. Have a great day, everybody. Appreciate you being here. This is for you. Good day from the Oasis. Everybody gets home from work safe tonight. No matter what part of the country you live in.